Hello, friend. Thank you. And you are here probably because you realize that at this stage of your life, you need to find that confidence. And perhaps you are like me, where there have been a lot of internal dialogue in the past where you just keep yourself playing small. Perhaps you're afraid of throwing out these ideas because you're afraid of being criticized or criticizing someone. And you're keeping your ideas to yourself because you're afraid that it's not appreciated, it's not wanted. If you apply to all these, and this is only a small example of all that negativity that we carry into our life. And so you're here today because you probably want something bigger now. Whether it's your business or in a relationship, you know that this is time to step into your true power and you want to get your message out. Perhaps you have already read and know a little bit about me. And for many years, I kept myself playing small and keeping myself invisible. And my internal dialogue always had been, you're not good enough. You are not welcome. You are not appreciated. And all these internal dialogue that was going on was keeping my confidence to the lowest of my life. And at some point, when I started to have my own coaching business, I realized that confidence and self-confidence are two different things. And what do I mean by that? And when you hear that, perhaps this is your first time hearing it, you probably might be shocked. What do you mean confident and self-confident are two different things? If you're confident, don't you have a lot of self-confidence? So confidence generally comes from your past experience. If you have done something and that you know that you can do well, chances are you'll show up feeling very confident. Whereas self-confidence is oftentimes based on the believing that you can do something without seeing the evidence, without knowing that you can do it. It's just believing without evidence and seeing the result. When you have enough self-confidence, then you can dive right into the uncertainty. You can swim across the ocean without knowing that there are safety nets next to you that you can hold on to. You dive in with 100% energetically involved. And you know that every amount of the resources and every amount of your belief will help you and guide you through that entire process. And that is the difference between self-confidence and confidence. And as coaches, perhaps you are very familiar with the concept of how our belief can oftentimes hold ourselves back. So if self-confidence is based on our beliefs, then what you believe in can determine whether or not you have a lot of self-confidence. And where does that belief come from? And this is something that I share with my clients all the time. This is something that we work through all the time with that belief. Coming from an inside out approach, addressing and making sure of what our belief system is, and so that we understand that there is no extra filter that we're worrying behind those beliefs. And when we do that, our action would demonstrate and be a true reflection of that belief system that we have. Same thing with confidence. How do you start a business or dive into something of unknown and having a lot of self-confidence? It's going back and being extremely clear of what your belief is. And that would be step number 2 of how to create and build that confidence. And when we do that, no matter what type of uncertainty is thrown at you, you can be sure that you trust your inner self, you trust your inner tuition, you trust that inner guidance to hold your hand and help you through those self-doubt moments. And when I work with the client one-on-one, this is what I teach them. How do we manage those moments of self-doubt every time we are about to create something bigger from a new approach, from a new experience? Imagine that you have a lot of self-confidence by having this new belief and having this new approach and having this clear understanding of what your message is so that you can convey them to the audience, to your followers, whoever that you need to attract on social media, on your Facebook, on your every blog post that you created, and even the mission behind your business. Imagine how powerful that can be. And that you're actually enjoying this whole process and you're not afraid of speaking to anyone anymore. So being confident is really the building block to bridge that gap between you and your success. It's about getting out of your own way in creating that successful life that you want. So by clicking the button below, you will be able to access me every month, and we will have different topics that address self-confidence. You will have the ability to increase your own self-awareness, your self-confidence, and also discover your strength and talent for a greater success. You will also get to experience the new approach through the energy leadership to build your leadership skills. The energy leadership is such an amazing and powerful tool that you can apply to help yourself and get out of your own way. We will also evaluate in aligning your energy with your potential. I have gone through this whole journey by applying these rules that I am going to share with you. I remember when I first started the business, I had no clue of how to do the marketing. I had no idea of how to grow my audience. I didn't understand the importance of leveraging my social media. I didn't know any of these creative ideas can create such a powerful outcome in my coaching business. I can only take 5 clients per week on my current calendars. And currently, I have a waiting list of clients who are waiting to be working with me. All of these didn't start until I was able to address my own self-confidence, whether or not I'm feeling certain, even in the unknown. So I would encourage you to take the opportunity and join my monthly group to come in and find out what is possible for you. And I wanted to share a recent success from my client story with you. I've been working with Becca for the last 3 months. And Becca came to me because she was at the startup of her company, and she's a coach as well. And I remember she coming to me, she felt driven, she was very focused, but yet there's something that's within her that was missing. And every time when she's about creating her own programs and she's about to roll out, suddenly, she kind of just, dropped the ball, if we can say that. She kind of just dropped the ball and she stopped taking action. And she wasn't motivated, she wasn't inspired, and she kept running into this type of energy over and over again. And we sat down and we discussed the possibility of exploring her own self-confidence. And lo and behold, that uncertainty towards something new, something that she has never done before, it was creating a lot of self-doubt for her. It was about the negative self-talk that she was experiencing that's holding her back. And she kept circling back into the same energy over and over again without having much success. And by working through this confidence and this self-confidence and creating that awareness and providing her tools that she can walk away and use in her own life, we discovered that she's actually a diamond, she's a gem. So perhaps you're experiencing the same thing where you find yourself going back to the same energy over and over again. And every time you put out a program, it doesn't seem to get a lot of traction. There's not a whole lot of leads, or there's a roadblock somewhere in your life. And if that's creating your negative self-talk, then we need to go back and figure out What is it that's causing you to generate those self-doubt, and how do we manage it? And a lot of my coaching has emphasized on how to managing these. So again, I would encourage you to click the link below and sign up to the free confidence call. And I look forward to see you in one of my group.